Hi everybody, and welcome to another fly tying video produced by the folks at AlaskaFlyfish.net. I'm Flashback Max, and we're going to tie for you a sculpin pattern today. Now there's a lot of different sculpin patterns, like muddler, minnow kind of things. I mean, even fluffy woolly buggers can be tied like a sculpin, but we're going to use a little bit different and I think a little bit easier stuff today, and that's sheep's wool. They have it most fly shops. It just looks like a little patch of fluff. Basically here's some of it right here. I have the luxury of living, they were a place where they make stuff out of sheep wool and slippers and blankets and stuff like that, and the lady's nice enough to give me some of the trimming, so if anybody really wants some really bad, give me an email and maybe I can scarf up some for you. But this particular color, I'm looking at the display and it comes out kind of like a brown, but it's actually more like a wine or sort of a claret kind of color, and I happened upon this completely by mistake. I was trying to dye some as sort of a purpley color for maybe Alaska booze or something like that, because this stuff in the water is just fantastic, but it came out this sort of weird, I don't know, almost off purple red sort of thing, and I couldn't figure out a thing to do with it, and I said, oh shoot, I'll just throw it in the drawer and it'll be gone. But it comes out great for sculpins, because in the water, as most people know, whatever color it is, you put it in the water, it gets, a shade or two or three darker. Like if you put bright red in, depending on how deep it is, it turns into almost a brown color. But we'll just get going on this, guys. You can see I already got the hook and the vise and got some weight on it. I'm just using a regular, big wide gap Gamakatsu kind of guy here. This is a 1, but sculpins come in all sizes, so you can tie them from little bitty things to great big things. We'll start with a tail, just a little nice little piece of the wool, just off the back, nothing special. And we'll do this up here, and I'm gonna make the body out of dubbing. I wish I could remember where I found this dubbing. It's almost like a peacock sparkle dubbing. It's the best stuff. I think that's half of why they really like this pattern. But just give a little dubbing here. Get that on there. You want to leave it fairly sparkly and not wound real tight. About halfway up. Just leave yourself a good amount of room there. Get that off. Okay, now I'm just going to select a nice bunch and get that off of there. Now this stuff is pretty long, so I might even cut this off a little bit. Basically what we're doing is going to make sort of a wing sort of feature on this, so it's going to sit over the back kind of like that, so I don't want all that on there. I cut that off a little bit. Do that around good. Now I'm going to turn the fly kind of on its side. We're going to make we're going to make the fins and the wings. Just take your thread, kind of divide them apart. It doesn't have to be, super perfect or anything. We're just going to put a couple of splops of thread right in there like that, so you see they kind of look like wings, or those big pec fins they have sticking out on the sides. Now we'll just take this guy up like a regular muddler or whatever with deer hair, but I think this stuff is so much easier than deer hair, and the nice thing about having it for sculpin patterns is it doesn't want to float like deer hair does sometimes. Now what I'm going to do is instead of setting it on and spinning it around like you do deer hair, all I do is take it and push it right on. Just feed it right on, a couple, 3 times around, comb yourself back, and leave it like that. I mean, you get some that won't want to stay in there, but mostly it stays. But get a couple more sections in here. You get nice use out of this stuff too. It's not all going on the floor like it does sometimes with deer hair. You can pack it in there really tight, but it doesn't really matter. Like I'm just gonna stop there and keep it going like so. Get my whip finish. Just comb all this back. Go around a few times like so. Snip her off. Well, it looks like a mess, but it's not. Basically what you want to do is, if you go on Google and look and type in Sculpin and look at the pictures, there's lots of different pictures you can go from. But basically what you want to do is you want sort of a oval shaped head overall. So I'm just going to cut it in here, and basically I'm just going to take one big cut on the bottom. I know you can't see that real well. I'm just going to take one big cut on the bottom. That way that'll kind of keep that hook point from being clogged. I'm just going to take one on top. Make sure you don't cut this wing back here. And then we'll just kind of go around. I don't like to cut all the sides off. I like to leave a little bit and just sort of trim here and trim there. Be kind of conservative when you're trimming, because it's awful hard to tack these individual hairs back on. But basically you just want to kind of get it in sort of a little almost delta shape sort of thing going on like so. Eyes are really good on Sculpins. I like these. They're the molded ones, so they have some, you know, contour and depth to them. And basically, if you look at a Sculpin, they have sort of a bump that runs right through the top of their head, and their eyes sit kind of off to the sides of that. And you can do this with the eyes. These eyes I got here are just a hair big. I wish I had some of the, you know, a little bit smaller size. But if you watch any other videos, Fletch Tight, always the best stuff. And let me get these eyes attached on here. We'll get this guy out of the vise so you can see him. But I'm just going to stick it on the side here, and you got a couple seconds to finagle that around and take a look at it and see how you like it. But let me get this guy out of here for you. But I mean, that's him. Nothing complicated at all about tying these guys. They're and they swim great. I don't know if it's because of this flat bottom on them or what, but you can just, I mean, they wiggle and, you know, jiggle all over the place. I'm kind of a little bit picky when it comes to these things, so I'm always snipping and doing that to the last second. But you can move the stuff around and comb it and whatever. But try these guys. You can also take some markers, mark them up good and everything, but give them a shot. They're a good fly. If you have anything you guys would like to see, give me an email and we'll see if we can get it out for you.